Okay, I am back in Fallout 76. This game is now live, of course. I'm sure most of you already know that, but I wanted to do a couple. I mean, I'll probably do a series of these because I'm sort of curious how this game is going to evolve. But I did want to. There's been a lot of really wildly divergent opinions on this game. I mean, as far as if you go and look for this on YouTube, there is a ton of, stories that are, they're not stories, but titles on YouTube videos. Oh, that's interesting. I don't think I've never noticed an actual kind of photo like that. All these people saying, the titles are something like Fallout 76 is garbage, do not buy this game, Fallout 76 is a lie, on and on and on. There's a lot of really, frankly, stunning negativity towards this game, which, there's certainly valid complaints about it. Although I have to say, and maybe I've just been lucky, and in fact, it must be because I don't think people are lying. The biggest, or one of the biggest segments of complaints has been about the bugs, which Bethesda is well known for having buggy games. Give me one moment here. I want to actually accomplish something while I'm talking. Is this Miss Annie? Okay, that's it. So it's this way. I still, honestly, I do wish you could set, and maybe there's a way and I don't know, so I always have to allow that because it's not like I've done a tremendous amount of research. I do not know of a way to set a priority target. In other words, I would like if there was a way, and I don't know that this isn't something you can do now, or if this is something even being considered, but I would like to see that little list of, I know it's tough to see in some of this because it kind of, the text isn't really well defined as far as maybe it's easy for you to see. It's not that staring when you're close, it's easy to see. So there's my quest list on the right side. So you can see that there's a number of them. Most of those, I believe, the first three are what I call non-event, or actually, I guess everybody would call them non-event quests, and then the two bottom ones are event quests. Those are the things that you sort of pick up automatically as you enter a certain range of an area, and then you generally have to do something to actively participate, but they appear by themselves. So the one that I'm currently tracking, the one that I've been doing for a little while now, is the Cold Case. You know what, I should probably turn the radio off, because I don't know if that's drowning me out. So let me turn that off, just so that I can be heard better. Although the classical radio, by far my favorite station. I mean, there's only 4 of them, but still, the music is fantastic. The whole sound design of this game, well, we'll get into that in a minute. Let me try to somewhat stay on track here. So I would like it if I could mark that particular location target that you see at the bottom on the compass. I would like to be able to mark that in a different color, or make it a priority somehow, so that, because if I spin around, see how they're all equal on the bottom there as I'm turning? So which one am I going towards? Yes, the ones with the circle are different, but that doesn't distinguish from, like, that is different. So that's, I think, one of the event ones, if I remember. But as far as other ones, they all look the same. That one looks the same as that one. So if you have multiples, now fortunately I've only got 2 that I'm actively doing, so it's not a big deal to me. But I would like to be able to either mark that as a different color, because it is very easy. If you get stuck in combat, a bunch of people are assaulting you, you start running. And, it's not this game because of the way it is, whether this is because it's online all the time, or just the way it's designed. Bring up the map. It's not just you can't flip it up real easy and flip it down, at least not on the PlayStation 4. So it's sort of annoying to have to flip this thing up, and then if you're, let's say I was over here, try to figure out where I was going. What's the red thing about? I don't know what the red thing is. That's interesting. Why is that person red? Oh, I think that's somebody who's wanted. I think that's what that means, is that he's got a bounty on him. I think. I really don't know. Anyway, it would be nice to be able to do that. So I'm doing this mission. I've been doing this mission for a while. This is actually a pretty involved one about a missing child. So I wanted to do this and kind of play through and talk about, like I said, keep forgetting these people respawn. All right, come on, guys. I've got a weapon now. I'm not as helpless as I used to be. Oh, except when I have to reload, of course. There we go. Oh, look at that. Don't think I've seen that before. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, there he is. Oh, good night. Shot in the gut. And you're too late. Anyway, there has been a lot of varied response to this game, which sort of was built in because there were some people who were adamantly not happy that this was becoming essentially a multiplayer game, which it really isn't, to be fair about it. So let's start with that. The bugs. I'm sorry, I started talking about the bugs. I have not encountered, now maybe I will in the course of this video, and I will not cut it out. You will see it all. I don't do editing that way. I'm not going to try to, falsely represent what the game is. I have not had a single crash. I have had no disconnects. I have not encountered the worst of what other people have. So perhaps that's part of why... Oh, one of those bodies just dissolved. You have to stay away from those or they hit you with a little bit of radiation. I've not hit some of the worst of what people have reported. So that probably helps a little bit in the fact that I don't... Which is not to say I think this is the greatest game ever made. I have my issues with this game. Not any deep ones, so it hasn't really changed from my beta impressions. Because in the beta, I kind of had largely the same problems. Is there somebody here? I'm hearing it. Where are they? No, whatever. Oh, it's a little... Oh, it's a fan. I thought it was a bobblehead. The bobbleheads in this game, by the way, not collectible the way they used to be, where you used to actually get a... I mean, I think you get an achievement... Damn, I gotta get that lockpick skill up. That is one thing I really have to do. Some of the systems are definitely different for those who haven't played it, but my feelings in the beta are largely the same now, which is I have hit, like I said, no major bugs, no disconnects, no crashes. I've had a few instances of slowdown where I've kind of noticed that the game is chugging a little bit. That was the case in the beta, still the case here. Again, I don't know whether I can attribute that to the connection to the servers or if that's the game. That is one thing about Bethesda's games, is there is always the possibility that what is going on is the game engine, or I shouldn't say engine. There was actually a very good article on Kotaku that pointed out that just saying Bethesda's engine sucks is kind of a silly thing to say. I don't know whether that's just part of the way the game is designed, it's part of the inherent Bethesda bugginess that you sort of have to count on, or if it's some type of lag introduced by the communication back to the server. I can't judge that. It's hard to know. Because, Bethesda is known for having games that tend to struggle a little bit as far as performance. I'll just say it like that. What causes that, why it happens, I think those reasons are varied, and it's impossible to pick just one. There's probably a number of things. I will admit, I give this game more latitude than I would give a non-online game, and especially a Fallout game, because it is the first time they're trying something like this. So I am inherently, I'll just admit, more forgiving of the fact that in the first 3 to 6 months, I'm going to expect this to be rocky. In fact, I expected it to be rockier than it is. However, I've seen videos where people constantly get disconnected, where they lose progress, where the game just freezes, and you have no idea why. And I'll tell you, if I was getting that a lot, it would probably stop me from playing this game for a month. Honestly, if I was getting disconnected all the time, or let's put it this way, if I was getting disconnected more than a few times across sessions where I was losing progress, particularly if I had just done something difficult, I have not done anything that I would consider tremendously difficult in this game. If I was getting disconnects that were losing me progress from difficult missions or difficult encounters and possibly losing loot from it, you know what? I probably would refrain from playing this game till there was a major patch. Now see that little sluggishness there? That was because I'm still just doing things on instinct with the controls from the way I'm used to it. So I don't know if that sluggishness was whether it's online or not, or if it's because it's comparing or loading an inventory, like a randomized inventory. I can't tell you that. I'm not sure. But like if it crashed every 3 to 4 times I played and I was losing things, if that happened for a while, and I'm going to say a while being more than 2 days in a row, and I don't know what's happening. I don't watch everybody's videos every single day. Some of these people put out multiple videos per day. I ain't watching all that stuff. If that's happening, I absolutely understand why it would make you really upset to be playing this game, and frankly would stop me from playing it till there was a major patch revision. Because what's the point? You're investing time into a game, And if it's going to keep crashing,
returned.
why would you keep playing it if you're losing things?
This writing. This
Okay.
is Freddy's. His father. He did not want Freddy.
Man,
to
I
see
ran
him,
into a
but
robot at a
so
pumpkin
much love
carving
Freddy
house.
had for him.
That was the best thing in the game so far. It was hilarious. See, I haven't looked at a lot of stuff on this game. By the way, I'm not paying attention to this because,
Tracker also. Oh,
you know, I
yes,
kind of
you
already
found
know what
it.
happens with the story.
Oh, the signal is strong now. I can
Uh-huh.
pull data from the terrible day.
Uh-huh.
This you found at the home?
Yeah.
Oh, my poor child. Such
Uh-huh.
fear. The writing says he went to safety before the bombs.
Uh-huh. He's
This
not...
means
No.
he could live.
No. We already... And this is one thing about Bethesda saying no human NPCs. We know this kid is not alive because everybody's dead. Everybody's dead, Dave. Everybody's dead. Oh, good. I leveled up. That's nice. What the hell? What do I need to do to get lockpicking going here? Okay. I need to boost this because I need my lockpicking skill to go up. Wait, is that lockpicking? Hold on a minute. Where's the lockpicking stuff? It allows you to share... No, I don't care about that. Where is lockpicking in all this? Hold on. Isn't it in here? What is that? That is pharmacist. Okay, so it's not that. Where's my lockpicking skill? That's the hacker. Ah, it's at perception. Okay, I need perception. That's what I need. I need some perception. Okay. Oh, these are good, but I want the lockpicking thing. Oh, this is picking. Okay, let's see. Shotguns. Well, I am using shotguns a lot, but non-automatic rifles. Ooh, but I like my sniper rifle. Butcher's Bounty. 40% chance. I'm not searching animals that much. I don't care about harvesting. Your attacks, ignore 25... Oh, insects. Forget insects. All pistols. I don't use pistols that much. Concentrated fire. I don't use VATS. So this is becoming actually pretty easy. You hear directional audio when in range of a magazine. Huh. You hear directional audio when you... That's interesting. That's weird, so I'm going to take that. I really don't even understand how magazines work in this game yet, but I don't really care. Okay, can I improve my... Crap, that was a mistake. God, I tell you, my biggest struggle by the... Jesus. My biggest struggle in this game, I'm not kidding, is navigating the friggin' menus. It's terrible, but it's true. Sorry, the air in California is so bad, I still have not shaken this friggin' cough. I feel a lot better, but, what is this? Why is this floating? Whoa. Yeah, that's... By the way, that is the one thing, bug-wise, I have seen a lot of. I've seen weird stuff just appear and fly up into the air. There was a rad scorpion that I think was tied to an event that was in a room, and I walked into the room, and it appeared for a second and flew straight up into the ceiling and disappeared. Never came back. Never got attacked. So that I have seen, but that to me is a, that's not even a bug I care about. That's a minor thing. I'll have to drink and eat something here. So that is probably the one thing where, people complain about that. I understand that. And that is, unfortunately, that is not a new thing for Bethesda. They have really struggled to not have buggy games. And I don't really know why. Again, I don't want to just say it's their engine sucks, because I read that Kotaku article was actually very good about explaining that saying an engine sucks doesn't mean anything. So I don't know what component of how they designed this game has caused a problem. But clearly, all of their games have had bugs. They seem to be worse, and this is completely just my interpretation, so I don't have anything factual to back this up. But they do seem to be worse. I don't think I've explored west of this area. Let me look. I really haven't. They seem to be worse on the PC, although I've seen a number of them saying PS4. So it's tough for me to really judge that, but that has been the largest thing. And then one of the secondary complaints that I've seen, which I actually to a degree share, is that actually no. Let me start with this one. There's also another one saying this is just Fallout 4 reskinned. You know what? That's a yes and a no. I mean, Fallout 4 reskinned, well, Fallout 4 was just Fallout 3 upgraded. Fallout 3, well, Fallout 3 was probably the first real reinvention of the Fallout formula, because 1 and 2 were, I don't know, what do they call those, overhead strategy? No, well, not strategy, but they were overhead games, you know, the old style kind of. Anyway, if you haven't seen it, go look up Fallout 1 and 2 and look at the gameplay. They were very, very different. They were not first person. They were, is that called, what is that? Oh, that's a, oh, I don't want to fight. Okay, he's running away. Is that a person or is that a thing? What is that? Oh, it's a scorched. Yeah, it's a dead person. That is one thing I actually kind of... Number one, those guys are creepy, depending on what you're doing when you encounter them. It also is kind of, you'll turn around and see one, and I've inherently shot at them thinking they're an enemy, and they're not. So that, I do kind of like... Oh, I'm not trying to fight you. Just go away. So the idea that this is just Fallout 4 reskin, by the way, you're going to see me slow down and walk like this because I am way overburdened. I don't really know... I mean, I've only upgraded my strength to level 2. That's probably something else I need to start doing, but I'm not going to do it here. What is so heavy that I'm carrying? I don't understand what's so heavy. I barely have any apparel. Okay, well, yeah, kind of. But these are all .1s. What is so friggin' heavy? I mean, is it... Oh, I don't know why I'm carrying this. Yeah, I shouldn't be carrying this. How heavy is this thing? Oh, 7.5. Yeah, I need to get to a thing to dump some of my stuff because I'm carrying too much crap. That's for sure. But I gotta get to a stash point. Where is a stash point? Oh boy, before I recorded this, I made a huge error with my camp, which I'll be honest really pissed me off. But it was my own fault. I built my camp too high, and I couldn't get into it to build the stairs to get into it, and I lost all of it when I. Anyway, whatever. It's just so tremendously stupid. My own fault. I mean, if I was building something elevated, first thing you do is build stairs to the floor. So I don't know why I didn't think about that. But the Fallout 4 reskin thing, while I'm not going to say that that's not true, because I do think that they clearly reused a lot of Fallout 4 in this game, but do I really care? I mean, Fallout New Vegas was essentially Fallout 3 reskinned, and that's regarded as the best modern one of them by many people. I don't necessarily disagree with that either. I love Fallout New Vegas, but it wasn't any type of graphical marvel or overhaul to 3. So Fallout 4 reskinned, I don't know what the criticism that is. I really don't. I don't understand what the criticism is. If you're saying that they didn't build an entirely new graphical setup, that they didn't do all new textures and modeling and animation, okay, but I guess my thing would be most companies don't do that. You can look at, let's look at Rockstar with the Grand Theft Auto games. Grand Theft Auto 5 is basically Grand Theft Auto 4 reskinned and expanded. That's what it is. There's not a tremendous amount of difference between those. I'm pretty sure Rockstar didn't go back and re-architect every single component of what makes Grand Theft Auto for 5. I think they took a lot of what they tested out in 4, because 4, when you go back to me, and I think at the time I said this, and I said this about Fallout 4 as well, the 4s in these cases were test beds for the next thing. This is not Fallout 5. I think this and 4 are Bethesda's test beds for what 5 will be. Because I'll be honest, I mean, 4... Oh, something's coming towards me. Ah, dogs. Yeah, dogs attack you a lot in this friggin' game, I gotta tell you. There we go. Jeez! And there's never just one of them either. Boy, they attack and... Wow, that's probably some of the best console aiming I've ever done. Because I'm not good with a gun in the console, I'll tell you. Come on! Woo! I hate shooting dogs. I really do. I do not like shooting dogs. Even mutated dogs, I don't like shooting them. I just don't. You now have to eat them too, which... Oh wait, one of those was diseased. So I gotta be careful, because if it's diseased, I don't think I want to eat it. No, it doesn't show up though. Huh. Oh, because I'm not made, you friggin' moron. Hold on a minute. Let's see. Oh, I don't see it in the list under D, mongrel. Huh, well. Yeah, I'll take a risk. If it improves my... What do you call it? Okay. I'll dump the rest. It's going to spoil anyway. So the Fallout 4 reskin thing, to me, that's... I guess if you want to get hung up on that, get hung up on that. I don't. that to me is less of a complaint that would stop me from playing something. The bugs would, I'll admit that oh, good 44 rounds. And then the other one has been just that it isn't, quote unquote, it isn't Fallout. Now that one's a different one. You know, that's a trickier one to assess, because to a degree I actually think that's somewhat accurate, in that this game does feel, and many people have pointed this out, many reviews have said, lonely, empty, deserted. You know, there's no life. It's lifeless. In Jim Sterling's Jimpressions video, he made a very good point in that a lot of this game so far, and granted, I'm only at level, I think, 12. So there's still a lot for me to do, clearly, because I think the cap is 50. I'm not pretending I've seen everything in the game, but everything that I've come across so far, it does feel unlike the other games where... Oh, yeah, I'm taking some radiation on that. That's okay. I'll take it right away in a second. The other games, it felt like you were... Yeah, what's the word for it? Let me get the correct terminology right here. You were part of a rebuilding, or at least a world that existed afterwards. Kind of like, you know, Mad Max Beyond Thunderdome style. In this, it does feel like everything has already happened, and you're just showing up afterwards. So... I understand that particular complaint where they're saying it's an empty world, because, yes, the NPCs are here in the form of robots and holotapes, and all that stuff is great, but the only other human players are players, and there's only 24 of them on a server at a time, so you have limited exposure to them, so the world does feel, admittedly, lonely. You know, and there is a strangeness to that, because Fallout has never really had that. In fact, one of the things that Fallout did well was it sort of seemed in the other games to balance out those moments where you went through wide stretches where there was nobody, like the glowing sea. And then you would get to a town like Diamond City, just to use 4 as an example, where you would get to a city and it would be full of people. New Vegas was the same thing. You would get to New Vegas itself, lots of people walking around, lots of interactions to be had, a lot of personalities and kind of quirky characters. In here, that's all, so far as I have been able to tell, restricted to robots. Am I supposed to do something with this? I don't know if I've ever punched this before. Oh, I guess not. Okay. There's no ticketing, right? No, there's not. Alright, let me dump some stuff in here, because clearly I'm carrying too much. Let's see. Well, I can't use this. Oh yeah, I can use this. It's a laser sniper rifle. Well, you know what? I'm going to store it for now, because it's really heavy. No, I'm using that. Wait, the hardened hunting rifle. Wasn't it a sniper rifle? Oh, it's a hunting. Wow, that thing is awesome. I didn't realize it was... I thought it was a sniper rifle. Is there anything else I should store? See, I'm saving all these because I want to be able to... Wow, look at that thing. That is a cowboy-style gun if I've ever seen it. This is my Snub-Nose 44. God, it's more powerful than that, too. Interesting. Well, I guess I'm going to save a lot of this crap because I want to craft with it, which my camp actually does have... Oh, good, there's a junk thing here. Forgot. Because this is one of the things. I just got to scrap some stuff. And I'm actually going to scrap a lot of weapons because you get mods from them. So... Oh. Well, you know what? I don't really care about a black... Holy crap! Look at the damage on that son of a bitch. Alright, I'll keep one of them. Wow! I did not pay attention to that before. Forget the Bowie knife. Let's see. I'm not wearing a dress in this game, therefore I can get rid of that. I'll keep one of the top hats because that seems amusing to me. I'm not going to wear a Civil War era suit. I'm not going to be wearing a Confederate uniform. All these things can give me cloth. I will keep the witch hat because that's adorable to me. I already have a hunting rifle, so get rid of those. The leather right arm I'm not wearing, so it goes away. Scrap shop. Okay, great. There's lots of that stuff that comes up. I don't know that I will ever use the Adam shop. I've not seen anything in there that really made me care. Let's see. Short hair trigger pistol. No, I'll keep that. Get rid of the hunting rifle. So sorry, some of this is going to be, but this is the game. So this is what happens in the game. I already have my shotgun. So this is one thing I do like is that by scrapping certain weapons, you get mods for other weapons. that is something I don't remember. Maybe that was in 4 and I don't remember. I'll freely admit I was not a... What's the word for it? Damage is 100. What is the damage on my spike? You know what? I'm not using it. I'm just going to get rid of it. I did not do a ton of crafting in the other one. So, to be fair... Oh, I do need wood, though. Because I annihilated all my stuff. Anyway. The... leather treated... Oh, that's a mod. You know, I'm not going to carry these friggin' mods around with me. I'm going to put those in the thing. I really... actually, they don't take up any weight, so never mind. So this is largely what the game is. I don't know what this... I don't know if this map has a use or if it's just there, because it seems specific that it's there. Anyway. So the thing about it not being Fallout because it feels empty, yeah, it does to a degree. There are stretches of this where it does seem... You know what, there's no hubs as far as... Or at least I haven't found any. Well, actually, I shouldn't even say that. I know there aren't, because Bethesda has said there aren't. There aren't any big hubs. How much weight do I have now? Oh, better. 200. Okay. God, what is carrying all the weight? You know what? I'm going to put this stuff in the stash. You know what? I'm just going to put this stuff in here because it's just... I'm too weighted down. So you're not going to find a big center where there's a bunch of people. I already know that because Bethesda has said that. Put the black powder pistol away for now. We're going to put away the... I'll keep the axe. Oh, I did get something. Targets burn. Yeah, well, I'm not big on automatic weapons, so get rid of that, get rid of that. Single action revolver. We're going to put that away for now. Oh, I'm finally getting close to not being weighed down. Okay, apparel. Let's see. Oh, I kept the Union uniform. Get rid of it. I'm going to keep the straitjacket and everything. I kind of like those. Is there anything else that I'm holding that's really weighty? I mean, there's got to be, right? There has to be. What is so friggin' heavy? I mean, I guess it's all this stuff. Wood scraps 24. I don't have a lot of wood. Oh, these are 1 per? Alright, get rid of these. Jeez, I didn't realize these things were this heavy. Get rid of all of that. Okay. Well, it's not bad. I'm down to 181. Oh, you know what? Wait a minute. Go to this side. Do I have it? Okay, get rid of the bobbleheads. I know I'm not going to use those, so I'm not going to keep them. Is there anything else heavy that I've got in here? Anything else that we can get rid of? Why do I keep getting spoiled vegetables? It seems like every time I log in here, I have spoiled vegetables again. It is the strangest thing. I don't really care, but I always dump them, and I always seem to have one of them. That is a strange thing that does seem to keep happening. Okay. Alright, well, we're not massively overweighted now, so... What does the red gun thing mean? I'm still, of course, figuring out what all this stuff means. Does that mean I don't have a gun? I do. I gotta find a weapons shop to make sure my stuff's repaired. Alright, let's start adventuring again, and I'll go on about the, whatever I was talking about. What is this? Oh, this hemlock maintenance, okay. How far am I from the edge of the map? Oh, I got a lot of space to go. Move the marker. We're going up there. Where is that marker? So yeah, that I do tend to agree with a lot. I mean, it still does feel like Fallout because it is Fallout. There's a lot of nuked areas. Some of the enemies from Fallout 4 that have been in the Fallout series the whole time have returned. So it is and it isn't. That is one thing Whoa, I don't think I ever noticed that neat-looking train before. It's pretty cool. I don't think it's completely fair to just say this is not Fallout. I mean, oh, good, look at this. I didn't know this was right here. Magnificent. Okay. Let's see. This is the hunting rifle. Let's repair that, number 1. First order of business. Get everything fixed. Spiked baseball bat and the 44 pistol. I mean, it's fine, but let's see. This is my, main weapon right now. I've got the hardened receiver. The stabilized long barrel is fine. The aligned stock. Aligned stock. Is there one that's better? Accuracy 94. I've already got that. No point. I've got the large... What is a perforating magazine? Huh. That's interesting. Well, I want the capacity. Honestly, I want the capacity. All right, medium scope. Yeah, the scope is Short recon scope. Ooh, would that be that? Actually, wouldn't. I mean, my current thing is the best. Okay, we'll stick with that. The bayonet at some point I'll put on there. Okay, so nothing for that. Let's look at our shotgun here. I've got the true stuff. I've got the stabilized stock. Okay, nothing for that. I've already got the... You know what? Let's look at this thing. A line short barrel. I really haven't used that much, which is strange for me because I like laser weapons, but I just really haven't... Okay, there's nothing I need to do. Alright, okay. Well, you know what? Hold on. I'm going to take everything in this building because... What do you call it? Now I could scrap it immediately. That's the benefit. So everything that's grabbable in this little room, I'm absolutely going to grab, even if it's useless, because I can scrap it right away. So it's one of those type of things where you're just like, grab it all, you can scrap it. Anything? Okay. So we'll just scrap the junk. There we go. We'll scrap... I don't know why I would keep beer bottles. Is there anything else like that I'm keeping that I don't need? 178. Ooh, I'm getting there. I'm getting there, buddy. Okay. Off we go. So, yeah, I get that. The sort of the... It is very split for me. There are times where I do sort of wish I could go... I would see somebody walking along. Oh, somebody shooting at me. No, that's a super mutant. Yeah, I don't feel like fighting a super mutant right now, so I'm just going to go ahead and avoid this. I think I'm going to have no choice but to go into the radiated water. Yep, that's okay. So yeah, there is that sort of, you know, I remember from New Vegas where you would encounter the caravans with people and that type of stuff, and that really doesn't happen in here. It's far less, I mean, really you never see anybody else as far as wandering around unless it's a player. And that does, I don't want to say it makes it not Fallout necessarily. I think that's, again, a bit of a, it's a little stretch to say it makes it not Fallout. But it does change the feel of the game. It does... I'll put it like this. The level of life that the world has, or that the game has, very much depends on one of two things. One, you're running this solo. Meaning you don't care, and frankly that you don't care about interactions with any other people, quote-unquote, real or otherwise. That you are okay with a world that is, for all intents and purposes, utterly dead as far as human life. So yes, there's super mutants, there's ghouls, there's scorched, there's animals, there's robots. All that is absolutely true. All those so far that I've encountered are well done, well acted. The voice work is fantastic. The holotapes are great. They're, you know, that stuff is all there. But, you know, it is still... I do miss the idea of you walking into a town and walking around and talking to people to... Jesus, what is that? What did I stumble... Oh boy, that's bad news coming for me. Yep, bad news. Okay, I am not equipped to fight these things. I'm only going to die here, so you'll get a good view of what happens when you die. I am running, and I can't run very much because I'm overweight. So that kind of stuff feels like Fallout, the random encounters where you might just, frankly, get annihilated, and I'm just falling down a cliff to run away. So that does feel like Fallout to me. I am generally going in the direction I want to go to. But this is what I mean about you could suddenly get lost with your quest markers because you're just running for your life. Fortunately, I think the creatures give up after a while. I hope. Yeah, I think they did. Okay, good. That's the first time I've ever encountered those, so... and they're 15s. I'm not in any condition to be fighting them with my health and everything, and I just don't have enough stuff. I don't like wasting the stim pack, so I have been extremely conservative on stim pack use. I just try to find a bed to sleep in. So those are the big things I've heard people complaining about. And, uh-oh. Oh. What are they being attacked by? It's a... I'll help you guys. Again, I don't know how much I'm going to contribute to this, but I'll try. Jeez. Jeez. Honestly, I doubt I'm helping him all that much, but I'll contribute what I can. Okay. Now we'll see if they try to kill me. Oh, that guy's got a musket. Okay. Ooh, acid's good though. I know that. Okay, well it's actually beneficial for me. Thank you. Way more for me than for them. I really did nothing to help them. I already know that. In fact, if I'd seen that thing, I would have run quickly. And two of them, forget it, I would have been chewed up. So let's go to the positive stuff. Because I don't want this... Again, I think I'm kind of a 60-40 on this game so far. 60 on the positive, 40 on the negative. The negatives I already covered, which is, honestly, for me... So let's get away from the what other people are saying. For me, because I really haven't encountered a lot of bugs, not a problem for me. The biggest thing for me has been the emptiness part. Oh, I realized these are just annoying. Jesus, these things are actually going to kill me, I think. That's hysterical. I don't really care, but the loneliness part, yeah, I do find that a little bit problematic because this game does at times feel like I'm just kind of like, well, there's... Oh, that's one of the... These I've found a bunch of so far. Where is he? I hear him. Or is that a magazine thing? What is that? Hold on, I'm trying to hear where this guy is. I hear something. Which is... Turn it off. Oh. Well, I'm not going to attack him. Let's see. No, I'm not in the mood to fight anybody. If he wants to kill me, then he'll kill me. What am I going to do about it? But I hear something. Oh. It's this guy. This is what I thought it was. Oh, I got another piece of this. This is my third one. It's the second one for Charlie. Okay. So, let's keep moving here. I don't know, if the guy wants to keep attacking me, I guess he can, but I'm not going to attack him back. He kills me. That's the first time that's happened, actually, in all the time I've been playing. I have not been... And he isn't really following up on it, so... Maybe because he thinks there's a good chance I can kill him. But, or he just doesn't want to become... They assign something if you keep attacking people who don't attack back. So maybe he doesn't want to become wanted. But that's the first time somebody's just openly attacked me like that. So the positives... because again, like I said, I'm a 60-40 on this, is I feel like it's still fallen enough that I'm interested. The world is interesting. There's been a lot of different areas I've gone to from what I've explored. I feel like there's a nice amount of variety. The storylines, like that one ran for a long time, and I actually was kind of interested to see what it was, because... It took a couple of twists and turns from how it started out or how it seemed like it was going. So, I think that the storytelling elements are still there when you get them. I have found that the players that I've encountered outside of what you just saw 1 second ago have largely, I have not experienced a bunch of people trying to kill me. There hasn't been, griefing or any type like that. The combat... is still the combat. It's, I don't know. Fallout's never been known for its combat, and that's not going to change because of this game. But I'm fine with it. It's pretty. I do like looking at it, so that's, that's a plus. Oh, I forgot how dead I am. Okay, I will use the stim pack now, just so that I don't, completely get killed there. Because where's the other one at? I hear him, but I don't see him. Where are you? Are we running around the tree around each other? Oh, no, he's up there. Okay. I do like the weapons. The weapons feel and sound very good. So that's also a plus. Again, and this is sort of funny because I know not everybody has this experience, but the no crashes and no real problem. Is this a cooking show? What is this? What is the I don't even know what this is. I'll take the cap, though. Where is this guy? I hear them stomping around, but I don't see them. Where are you? Oh, good. Well, of course, now I've used the stim pack. Would have been good to find that before I got shot 8 times. But whatever, that's how it goes. So largely, I don't have any major complaints about this game. I'm still playing it. I'm still interested. The social elements... Oh, nice tinker bench. I'll do a quick scrap while I'm thinking about it. There we go. The social elements... Oh, wow. Military-grade duct tape? That's major. Oh, look at all this stuff. Wow, this is a nice little area. Look at all this crap I just picked up. This is all good stuff from as far as crafting and scrapping perspective. It's a nice little find. The bag of fertilizer, I know that's important for... Oh, I'm just going to take all this crap. Or what, am I thirsty? Okay, yeah, okay. You know, this is one thing that's actually positive. Most games where you have to do the survival stuff get annoying. I don't feel like it's overdone in this. I mean, it's still... You still have to pay attention to it, but at least it's... You know, I've gone thirsty and starving for a while. It didn't stop. It didn't kill me. It didn't mean I couldn't play the game. It had adverse effects, but I don't feel like it's where some games where, man, if you don't pay attention, you're just going to drop dead, which annoys me. I was afraid that was where this was going to go. It has not thus far. I haven't had anything happen where I really felt like the survival stuff was terrible. I wish I had more bobby pins, I will say that. They are stingy with the bobby pins in this game, at least for me they are. I'm sure at some point I'll be able to make them, but till then... I think the most I've had is 12. Which, and this is one thing about the... Oh, come on, it's as far over as it can go. What are you talking about? Jeez. Unlike the PC where you can be a lot more careful with the lockpicking, here, with a controller, it is not simple. I mean, it really is not easy to not blow those friggin' bobby pins quick. So, where are you? It does annoy me when I can't see them, but whatever. He's not hitting me, so I don't really care. Just do that. Okay, if he comes up the stairs, I'll blow his head off. See? So far, like I said, I'm enjoying it. I do... Whoa! Oh, sorry about that. How do I say I'm sorry? Is there a way to say sorry? Sorry about that. Yeah, I didn't mean to shoot the guy. I thought it was a, what do you call it? Okay. The fact that I'm not constantly attacking him, that was an accident. That's the first time I've done that, actually. I think because he just followed the enemy up the stairs, so I really thought it was him. Or an enemy, I mean. So I kind of feel bad about that.
Can you hear me, bud?
Yeah, I can hear you.
That was the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Yeah, sorry, man. I didn't mean to shoot you. I really didn't. That was an accident.
Oh, you didn't shoot me. You shot my buddy. It's all good. He's chill.
Okay, I'm recording this. I'm doing a recording of the gameplay. And I'm like, shit, I shot him. Fuck. And I'm like, where's the sorry animation? There isn't one. Fucking hell. Sorry, man.
No worries, bud.
Where you
Christ.
at? Where's this guy at?
I have no idea. It's right there in front of you?
Yeah, sorry, man.
Oh, you're good. No, I figured something like that was gonna happen.
Yeah, well, I think there was an enemy in front of you. I'm like, I'm gonna blow this fucking guy's head off, and I killed the enemy. I'm like, shit, there's another one. And then it took me a second to go, why is the text different? Oh, because it's a player. Fuck. All right. So, yeah. Sorry about that.
Just to tell you, if you get on this game again, where we kill those two big monsters at,
yeah,
next to the helicopter, there's 50 cal sitting in the back of the truck.
Oh, really?
It might respawn
But
or something.
you have to be level 25 to use it. Just give me that heads up.
Yeah. Okay, well, then I could just mark this and come back here. Thanks.
You're welcome.
All right, man. Have a good game. Hopefully nobody else shoots you in the face accidentally.
This happened many times by my buddy.
It's the first time I've done it to somebody, so I was like, ah, shit.
Oh.
Good times.
Yeah. Alright, where the hell am I going now? Oh, yeah.
So do you need ammo or anything?
Oh, no, I'm good, actually. Thanks. I actually have finally gotten down the kind of using ammo, crafting ammo thing, so I'm actually in surprisingly good shape for being this early into it. I'm okay. But thanks, man. I appreciate it.
You need 308 rounds. I got almost 2,000 on the damn thing.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Unless you got 4,000 stim packs laying around, that's the only thing I can never have enough of.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
I
good
only
luck.
Yeah, no, I know. That's the whole friggin' game. I get it.
maybe have 6.
Oh, well, then you
I
got
have-
5 more than me.
I don't have any stim packs, actually. I don't know what to do.
I think those
I got 5.
that 38 we fought destroyed us.
Yeah, I would imagine. I was running in there. I'm like, I'm not going to be able to do shit to help them, but I'll shoot at it. Why not?
It helps you, gives you experience.
Yeah, I saw that come up, but I was just like, okay, well, let's see what this pea shooter can do, which is about what I thought it would do.
It ain't much for a while.
Next black powder rifle hits 204.
Wow.
Oh, I got one of the
Nice.
pistols. It seems like it does. I think it was 100 and something. And I was about to scrap it, and I said, oh, wait a minute, not bad. I'll keep it.
Oh, and yeah. Keep those.
All right, let's see where we're going. Assuming my AP ever regenerates, I'll get somewhere. Let me check something before I forget. Which is, I didn't. Hold on a minute. Go back. I didn't realize. No, it's not that. Let's see here. Audio. There we go. I did not realize that my area mic was on. That's why you could hear them and they could hear me talking. So that's why I shut up for a minute, because I just want to keep blabbing on. I didn't even realize that it defaulted to the area mic. You know what? I was just used to it from the beta. So that's kind of amusing, actually. But I'm glad they could hear me, so I could say sorry about that. Because that was not at all intentional. But that is the first time that's happened, where I've actually shot somebody who was a player. Which I actually really don't care about having my area mic on necessarily, but when I'm doing a recording like this, it's probably not the ideal way to do it. Is there anything up here? Doesn't seem like there is. That's okay. This is about where I was gonna draw to a close. But there you go. That's actually it was good to have that random thing happen, because that's, I was talking about how empty it is. Then you have moments like that where just random things happen. So. And that is what it's going to be dependent on, by the way. Exactly that interaction there is what this game is largely going to live or die on. You're either going to have stuff like that happen, and that will keep you invested, or you're in this for the solo experience. And if you're in it for the solo experience, that's where it can be tricky to say what this game is, how this game is going to look. Oh, I'm up in the mountains. I don't know if I can go much higher anyway. I thought there would be something out here. I can't believe there's nothing out here to discover, location-wise. And, so there's stuff like that, which is, that's a fun little encounter to have. You run across stuff like that, and that can be... I've had a couple of cases like that where I've run across people fighting giant things. Most of the time I ran the other way because, like in one case, it was one of those flying scorch beasts. But that's sort of neat, that random interaction stuff that happens. From the solo perspective... I don't know. The daily challenges and all that stuff they're adding, that might be enough. Or you're going to have to be somebody like me who's okay with the emptiness of this. Like, there are times where it seems to not impact the game whatsoever. And there are other times where it feels like it's a little more there. And it's sort of tough to know. This might not be a bad place to put my camp, actually. This is a nice little kind of secluded area. Near a little pit of bubbling stuff. But I kind of like this area. So maybe I'll lay down my camp here and you can kind of see, what that looks like. So let's bring this up. Let's move the camp. I'll put that right there. Alright, so let's build something so you can see what that is. And I'll try not to be friggin' stupid about it this time. So let's start building. Let's put a floor. Alright, I mean, this is just basically something to have. Because I want to put like a workbench that I can use here. Come on, floor. There we go. How much wood do... Jeez, I don't even have that much wood. Yeah, that's one thing, is I got to kind of figure out how the wood in this thing... Why isn't it giving me a floor option? Is it not? Is not going to let me put a floor there? I don't really care. That's as much as I can put. Okay. So let's see. Now, stored. What is all this? Oh. You know what? I can... How do I scrap this? Oh, that's my old camp. Let's store that. And store all components. No, don't do that. Just damn it all. Just put this thing somewhere. This is what I need. This is what I mean about, you know, I was never really big on the crafting. I'm still really not, but... Okay, so if I do this, do that... No, how do I... Oh, exit. Okay. Now at least I can use this to scrap things. That'll help with the weight a little bit. Let's see, no, I'm using that. Did I pick something up? Oh, a syringer. You know what? I'm not using that. I'm just going to be honest. I'm not going to use a syringer. I never used it in any of the other games. I'm not going to start using it now. Oh, combat knife. That can go. Okay. Okay. Where is my... Here we go. You know what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this laser pistol away till I'm ready to use it. I mean, there's just no point. So we're going to go ahead and store that. That still doesn't get me down. You know what? I'm going to store the straitjacket for now. It's not going to do a lot, but I'm going to store all this stuff. It's just if I don't need to carry it, why am I carrying it? Fragmentation mines. Now I'll keep those, I guess. Let's see. What is stuff I can get rid of here? So yeah, okay, we'll put the ore away. We'll see what comes out of this. I'm really not I'm not quite sure yet. We'll have to see. But this was a good... I think it was a good thing to see as far as... This is all just stuff, right? Yeah, it is. No, I'm only at 176, so I think that's enough. Anyway, I think I'm going to bring my video to a close here, so let's exit out of here. And I'll do my kind of... my ending thoughts here. So, I feel like I spent a lot of this video talking about the negatives of the game. But, honestly, let's put it this way. I'm still playing it. I don't feel like it was a mistaken purchase. I don't feel like I made an error in buying it. I do think that it is going to be, for some people, it's not going to be the Fallout game they want. You know, I think if you at least were okay with Fallout 4 or liked it, I think this is still worth playing. Just understand that it is a lot different with the human NPCs removed. I mean, it's not a game-breaking thing. It's not a thing that makes me go, this is terrible, like some people are. I'm not finding it to be overly buggy, but understand that's a risk. And I'll do another video. I'll record my next session on this and just kind of maybe talk more about the stuff that I like. Run through some missions. I mean, it is beautiful. I mean, you look at stuff like this. The game is gorgeous, too. And I didn't really talk that much about it. So consider this maybe my... let's start with the negatives and what I've experienced of them. And on my next video, maybe I'll go into more of the stuff that I like. So, anyway, I don't know how many of you are playing Fallout 76. If you are, I'd be curious what your experiences are. You can either, shoot an email over to the show account or leave a comment here. Or if you're on the fence, where are you landing on which side based on what you're seeing and what people are saying? Because it's really been, it feels like to me, very 50-50. Love it or hate it. I don't find myself in that group. I don't love it or hate it yet. I don't think I'm going to hate it. I'm pretty sure I won't. It would have to be pretty tremendously bad for me to hate it. But do I love it? Not yet. Maybe that will change as I play more. We'll see. But anyway, I've yammered on here for long enough, so hope this was somewhat enjoyable, especially with the random part where I tried to blow a guy's head off and realized it was a person and not an enemy. Anyway, talk to you guys later.